actually get off diabetic medications? My name is Charmaine and I'm the dietitian that helps you reverse type 2 diabetes and get off medication. So as you can see, the answer is definitely yes. Now, when it comes to type 2 diabetes, a lot of times you're given diabetic medications because the goal is to manage your blood sugars. But if you're able to lower your blood sugar by nutrition and exercise, it's definitely possible to get off diabetic medications. And I'm going to also talk about in the end of the video who can get off medications and who can't get off diabetic medications. Now, just to show you some proof, Ezekiel was able to lower his A1C from 12.8 to 4.6 in just 4 months, and he got off all his diabetic medications. And I also have a lot of people that were able to get off diabetic medications using my reversing diabetes method. And if you want to actually check out how they were able to do so, you can check out my free training. Link is in the description below. But let's talk about how you can actually have that process of getting off diabetic medications. Now, if you are on diabetic medications, whether if it's one of them or 2 of them or 3 of them, what's most important is that we start getting your blood sugar to a lower level. And how do we do so? There are several things that you'll do together to lower your blood sugars. Number 1 is exercise, especially when it comes to resistance training so that you can build more muscles, burn more glucose. Second thing is to lower your saturated fat intake. Lowering your saturated fat intake can actually help you improve your body's insulin sensitivity. And when you increase your body's cells' insulin sensitivity, you can actually lower your blood sugar. And number 3 is having more fiber, both soluble and insoluble fiber, to help you balance your blood sugars and also lower your blood lipids to help you reverse insulin resistance as well. So these combination can help you lower your blood sugar. There's a lot of blood sugar lowering properties in plants as well. So eating more plants can help you lower your blood sugar. So when you're able to focus on nutrition and exercise to lower your blood sugar, what will usually happen is that you'll be able to reach out to your doctor, where your doctor can go over your numbers, and he or she can be the one to deprescribe or reduce your medications. Now, make sure you go to your doctor for this process and don't try to get yourself off of medications without permission, because a lot of times what happens is that you get yourself off of diabetic medications too early, where your blood sugars are elevated once again. And so make sure you go to your doctor and have your doctor walk you through that process. Now, me and my team help people change their way of eating and help them lower their blood sugar so that they can actually get off medications. But we don't ever advise people, oh, you should do this amount of medications or do less amount of medications, because this is your doctor's job. And so, for example, someone may have metformin, glipizide, and Jardiance, for example. So your doctor usually will get you off of the strongest diabetic medications first, things like glipizide, and then maybe Jardiance, and then maybe reduce your metformin from 2,000 to 1,000 to 500, and then eventually get you off of metformin. So that's how this process works. Now, who's able to get off medications and who may not be able to get off medications? Now, when it comes to type 2 diabetes, the people that may not be able to get off medications are those that are not producing insulin anymore, because if your body is not producing insulin anymore, you actually need insulin to survive. That is when you have to rely on exogenous insulin to survive and to function. Now, doesn't mean that you can't still improve your health. Even just eating healthy, adding more exercise can still help you reverse your insulin resistance and still be able to help you improve your insulin ratio. And that's something going to be beneficial for improving your quality of life, even increasing your longevity as well, and reducing diabetic complications. Now, for people who are producing insulin, it's actually very possible for you to get off of diabetic medications. This is because if you're able to change your nutrition and exercise and lower your blood sugar, your body don't need that exogenous insulin or other diabetic medications to help you control your blood sugars. Now, if you are newly diagnosed or if you have pre-diabetes, I would encourage you to take action now, because it is going to be easiest for you to start reversing insulin resistance, to start reversing diabetes, and to be able to achieve full remission in type 2 diabetes. And even if you are watching this and you've been diagnosed with diabetes for a few years already, still don't give up. Make sure you take action now, so that you'll be able to nip it in the bud and not have to worry about further diabetic complications or have to worry about your body not producing insulin in the future, because you actually want to lower your blood sugars now so you don't actually exhaust your beta cells, where when your beta cells are exhausted, that is when you won't be able to produce insulin anymore. So the point here is to make sure that you take action fast and focus on lifestyle changes to get off diabetic medications. And make sure you watch my free training to learn how I help people do so. And if you want to actually learn more tips on how you can start lowering blood sugar already, go to my other videos on YouTube and you'll be able to find lots of video and lots of tips on how you can start lowering your blood sugar and reversing your diabetes.